Welcome, Scorpio. Hope you enjoy the reading. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. If you're new to the channel, thank you for coming. This is a general Scorpio collective reading for the coming month. Okay, let's see. Apologize for the wind in the background. Very windy day today. It's actually gale force, so it's probably quite loud. I'm going to draw my 3 houses of interest, which is usually what I do. So 8th house, which is actually your house. We've got 3rd house, and then we've got 10th house coming up for you. So these are the 3 areas of interest. Let's pull some astrological guidance now. Mercury retrograde, so some sort of delay, or some sort of back to the drawing board action, rather than going ahead with a plan or a big purchase or some sort of big commitment. Okay, so then we've got Gemini, I think, and that's falling in the 3rd house, and that is Gemini rules the 3rd house normally. So a lot of communication, a lot of thinking going on, perhaps a lot of talking. And then we've got Earth element, which is coming in for the 10th house. So it looks like financially things are coming together slowly. Perhaps let's just see where that goes. Air element, communicating. This is the bottom of the astrological deck, so a lot of communication going on. Perhaps you're waiting for a contract or a documents or some sort of news or manifestation. That's all coming in for you. Let's have a look at the goddess cards, see what they say. Okay, so you've got Sedna, infinite supply. So yeah, this is generally a sort of support and finance coming in, and it's saying not to worry, that you're going to be supplied for. You've got Tamara, guiding children coming in under your 3rd house. So this may be your own children or other children close to you, or you could be involved in teaching or doing some sort of work to do with children. Or it could be your own inner child as well that needs to communicate with you. Perhaps you've blocked that. Final card, Sekhmet, be strong. Okay, so you're going to have to just grit your teeth and move forward, and don't give up. You know, have faith in that you're going to have a positive and successful outcome, and that is what you will manifest, because you've got the manifestation card here as well. Bottom of the astrological deck is Una, easy does it. Okay, so quite a strong financial aspect, also business aspect. You could be in business, or it could be career, but certainly finance, big finances coming in for you as well, or some sort of commitment. It can also be the endings and the beginnings of certain things. Perhaps you want to end something and begin something, but generally I'm seeing that there's some aspect here to do with finance or support, and that you're going to have that. And not to focus on that or worry about that unnecessarily, because as soon as you do that, you draw towards you the things you don't want. So with Una, easy does it. It's saying here there is no need to worry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. So this is what I'm getting with the Mercury retrograde. There's something that you're trying to initiate or to do here, and you're being put on. There's like a delay or some sort of something's been put on hold, but it's a very necessary delay or some sort of holding pattern, because you need to go back to the drawing board and look at it again. There's some aspect, or it could be more than one aspect, which is needing more looking at. You need to go back to the drawing board, go over the details again, because something has been overlooked or some aspect needs refinement and so on. And you may be concerned that while you're busy doing that with a delay or something like that, that you're losing support, you're losing finance, or you're losing, and just don't worry about that. There is no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. So do not rush. Do not try and preempt something, because with Mercury retrograde here, you won't be able to initiate something which you're trying to do. You're going to be held back, or you should be held back, because with this Mercury retrograde card, the energy is that communications can be misconstrued or misunderstood, or emails go missing, your electronics go on the fritz, your computer doesn't back up, your alarms don't go off, things like that. So your electronics and your internet, whether it's email or whatever, things just are glitching. That can happen. Also, but most importantly, your communications can get misunderstood, or if you're trying to make a big purchase, it can actually something can happen with the purchase, and you have to take it back, or like for instance, if you're going to get your car serviced, you take it, it gets serviced, everything seems fine, then a short while later something goes wrong and you've got to take it back again. It's that kind of energy. It's a repeat energy. So Uno is saying, just relax, move through things steadily, and do not worry that you're not going to achieve what you need to achieve. Everything is in perfect timing. The divine has this. The divine has your back financially and support as well. So just do what you need to do slowly, but look at the details again, because there's some aspect that needs sorting out. So just easy does it. That is the main message there. Be at peace about things and wait until you get the go ahead. Now you've got quite a bit of communication in here. So air element it is about communicating as well. This is all aspects of communication. This can be written, verbal, any form of communication. It can also be air travel. You could be wanting to go on an air trip, or an air journey is in your cards for you. It could be to do with what you're trying to do, but it can also be the electronics and air waves. So this can be some sort of message that you're waiting for, you're trying to transmit. It could just be the expression and dissemination of information as well, or the receiving of information, research, things like that. So all forms of communication come in with this. But it is also, as I said, about air travel, but it can also be that you need to at this time go to a high place. So if you have a high place nearby, just to give you perspective, so whether it's a mountaintop or just some sort of raised area, on a hike or a walk or a weekend away or something like that, it's saying that this will give you perspective, and it will help to elevate your your energies and your feelings as well. So that can all come in. But this card is also about, it's the card of manifestation. So this is about positive self-talk, which is really, really hugely important. Your body listens to everything you say. So positive self-talk, what you say to yourself in your mind and verbally, but it's also positive thoughts and positive speaking. And this can be outwards to other people and to other situations as well. Positive, 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 and that is what you will manifest as well. So this is a mindset that you have to adopt. It's something that you have to train yourself to do. But it's saying that, manifestation, and that you've, got a good chance of bringing to you exactly what it is that you desire. But you could also be waiting for some sort of communication. So think positive, and let the universe work for you. That is what Una is saying here as well. Let the universe work for you, and raise your vibration, raise your frequency, and you can do that by going to a high place, as I said. But air travel could be involved, or it's just simply raising your vibration, raising your thoughts, your self-talk, and letting the airwaves carry this communication forward for you. Your requests to heaven, to your angels, whatever you communicate with, and your desires, and let the universe work on that for you. And then step back. Let them work it out for you, and step back. But it's the card of manifestation coming in for you there. So as I said, we've got 8th house here. So this is the house of endings and beginnings. Being a Scorpio, this is your natural house, the 8th house. It's the house of endings and beginnings. It's also the house of sexuality. It's the house of joining of resources in partnerships. So this can be in a love partnership, a committed partnership. So this is like a marriage or some kind of long-term commitment. It's the joining of your emotional and material resources, the sexual energies, all of that. And it can also be the joining of emotional and material resources in a partnership of some kind. It also covers big finance. So this can be investments, inheritances, tax. Tax is a big one with this. Accounting, banking, and insurance can even come in with this. Any sort of big asset finance comes in with this as well. So you may be wanting to change something or initiate something or rearrange your portfolio, something like that. It could be coming in. This is also about rebirth, renewal. So this could be the regeneration of something. So you may be trying to relaunch something or go back into something which you were in before. It's also about handling other people's resources. That may be a profession for you. So it's about getting back into something, or the renewal or the regeneration of something. And this could even, as I said, be a love commitment, a long-term partnership which you are now sort of taking, going through a renewal process. It could be that, or it could be more financial based or career based. Just see how it plays out for you. As I said, with Mercury retrograde, anything with a re in front of it comes in with Mercury retrograde. So this is about reinvention, or repeat, or review, or revision, or redo, or relocate. Anything with a re in front of it. It's basically about going over something again. So it's not a time to be launching big things, making big initiatives, making big purchases. Even if it could even be something to do with like a commitment of some kind, like a marriage or a massive, signing of a big conjunction of two different forces or two different companies or something like that. It's not a good time to be doing that while this is in action. So this can take the place over a week or up to 3 weeks, or it could be a period. But you will know once it's lifted, when your communications are clear and that you are well received and so on. While Mercury retrograde is in play, small things could be going wrong. Like I said, your electronics and your internet and so on could be acting up. But it's about backing up all your electronics. But your communications could go awry. You could lose emails, documents. You could just simply overlook something in a details about something. You could overlook something, or some aspect just is a mistake, or needs revision, or it needs a refinement in some way. So if you're trying to do something, if you've got something planned, go back to the drawing board, look at it again, and just go over it again in a way which is with a fine-tooth comb. And if you're finding that you're not seeing the details or some aspect of it, then ask for help, perhaps from somebody who can give you more insight. But some aspect of it needs to be gotten over again. This card can also bring in people from the past, or a person from the past. So this person or people could pop up out of the blue, or out of the network somewhere, and this could very well end something or begin something in your life. And this could be closure. It could be that you suddenly, the communication that you have with them solves something, or is a resolution for you in some way, or settles something for you in some way, or you just have a really fortuitous conversation, or some kind of connection again. That can happen also with the Mercury retrograde. As I said, I feel this is more financial, business oriented, or it could be, as I said, something that you're trying, perhaps some partnership you're trying to push forward. But Sedna here is infinite supply. You are supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. So all your needs will be met. You will always have food. You will always have a roof over your head. You will have what you need. That is what she is saying. That not, as I said, with the manifestation card here with you, don't focus on the worries and the lack mentality or the poverty consciousness, whatever you want to call it. Don't keep focusing on that, because that is what you're going to manifest. You really want to be focusing and manifesting positive things, good outcomes, success, and so on. And this is what this is saying to you. But so take that relief, into your mind that that you're going to have your needs are going to be met, and you're going to be have your needs supplied, and do not concern yourself, and just move forward, with that knowing that you're going to have that supplied for you. Third house, as I said, this could be documents, it can be contractual, it can also be communications. It's communication in general, that is the third house, but it can also be communications to people around you, or to a bigger audience. It could be messages you want to give, or it could be internet based, it could be research based, it could be learning, perhaps you're learning certain things, it could be education based. So this is normally early learning if you're a teacher or something like that. Some aspect of that is coming in. It could also be communication to specific people. So this can be siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, general relatives, but also neighbors may come in with this as well. So it's communication in all its forms, written, verbal, body language, online, whatever, comes in with the third house. It can also be a short journey that you need to take at some point, which could be a trip to a mountainous place or an air journey. Something like that may be coming in for you to do with what you're trying to initiate here. And then you've got Gemini, I think, which is rules the third house. So a lot of thinking going on, a lot of research, a lot of talking, a lot of communication. Just be careful that you're not overthinking or over talking. In other words, talking so much and talking so almost glibly, that you don't come across as being insincere. Okay, you want to be coming across as authentic, so just be aware of that. Or you don't want to overstress your nervous system as well with too much in the media side or in the communication side, being online all night, researching all night. You don't want to burn the candle at both ends. That can happen with Gemini. Okay, so you want to be looking at paying attention to details, which is what I said with the Mercury retrograde. There's some details that need to be gone over again, some sort of revision. So think about that. Pay attention. This is what this card is saying. Pay attention to details, and just pay attention. Be mindful. Listen more than talking. You will have to walk your talk with this card, so you may have to do some sort of presentation or some sort of lay things on the table. You're going to have to walk your talk. You may have to talk yourself into or out of something as well. It could also be avoidance of gossip, so just be aware of that. Be aware that you're not getting dragged into something which you don't need that now. Just take the high road. Listen. Be mindful, pay attention to detail, say what you need to say, but it's about being aware. That's what this Gemini energy is. It's being connected and aware and absorbing and looking at various things and opening your mind to lots of different possibilities, expression. And it could also be that you are needing to make a decision about something as well, or you could be in two minds about something as well. That could also be coming in, so a decision may be required. In some cases, this can represent the lovers. So this can represent like a soulmate or an important, very significant person in your life. You may need to be communicating very carefully with them at this time, or just express yourself clearly at this time as well. And so think about what you're saying. Your words are going to be hugely, hugely important. As I said, your words, the way you think, the way you process, and the way you express is going to be very, very important. So choose your words with care, because your manifestation abilities are huge at this time. So be very, very careful what you say at this time. You've also got Tamara, guiding children. You are good at helping, counseling, and healing children. Use your skills to help children now. So this could be, as I said, your own inner child may be needing expression at this time. So listen, as I said, with this, pay attention to detail. Listen to your inner child, your inner voice, your inner knowing. Tap into that. But it can also be that you have some sort of ability or talent, or just some sort of manner which children find comforting or helpful or informative, or in some way you are able to assist them at this time. So this could be your own children, or it could be other children around you, and this doesn't necessarily have to be small children. It can be adult children of yours as well, where they may just be needing guidance or assistance in some way. And this is a very much a communication house, so it seems to me that you have got something to say. And as I said, it could be family members, but there's children, there's some aspect of it tapping into your inner child, your innocence, your enthusiasm. Children live in the present. They are full of joy. They don't think about they don't think about tomorrow. They live in the present. They enjoy the moment, and they live for the now. So embody those qualities within you and project those outwards. If you are dealing with children in some way, they are needing your assistance at this time. So think about what you've got to say. Use your manifestation abilities, use your communicative abilities. As I said, documents and contracts may be involved. Perhaps it's to do with schooling, something like that, early education. Perhaps you are teaching, or your children are in early education, but there's some aspect in which you can assist children at this time. Then the last one is 10th house, the world. This is the house of career. It's the house of fame. It's the house of reputation. And it's also the house of authority figures. So you could be dealing with an authority figure or an authoritative institution at this time. So this can be politics, it can be government, it can be the police, it can be the law. It can also be military. It just depends, what situation you are in. But it can also be just your career, where you're headed. It can also be people you admire or authority figures which you look up to in some way. This authority figure could be somebody close to you, like a family member, or it could be somebody in an organization, or just somebody in general that you look up to. Or it could be the political arena, something to do with that. We've got earth element stability coming in. So this is saying that that all the work that you're putting in this field is coming to fruition. But slow and steady wins the race. Earth element is not a fast-moving energy. This is about foundation building. This is about accumulation of wealth. This is about solidifying things. But it's saying that things are starting to gel now. Things are starting to come together. You're starting to form a good, solid foundation, and just to keep going in that in that vein. And it's about practicality. It's about wisdom. It's about being methodical. It's systematic. Whatever works for you, whatever applies to you in this way, it's pragmatic. It's going about things in a solid fashion, whatever feels solid for you. But it's saying that things are coming together and that things are starting to form for you now. With this card, you may just also need to be, you may have to sort of, show up in some way. You may be asked to present something in some way, or you may have to be tested slightly. And I've said this already with the 3rd house. You may have to express yourself in some way, or you may have to present something. You may have to walk your talk. So this could be very well to do with your career or your fame or your reputation in some way. So that could be coming up for you. But earth element is also, it's about gaining stability, accumulating wealth and material things. It's the harnessing of all that, but you don't want to go over that. You don't want to be over materialistic and so bogged down that you simply cannot change or you cannot be flexible. This card does indicate that there is some sort of action required from you, but don't allow a fixed mindset. Now, Scorpios are fixed. They're a fixed sign, don't like change. So there may be aspects to what it is you're trying to achieve in the 10th house which require you to be a bit more flexible, to try new things. And it's saying that this action is necessary. You need to do this. You need to open up and try new things. Don't be afraid. Don't be bogged down with old fears or old mindsets or fixed ideas. Even old-fashioned may come in with this as well. Examine what it is that's holding you back, or what's got you stuck somewhere, and be prepared to take new steps and new directions. Try new things. And approach it with optimism, because if you want to manifest a positive, if you're going to try something new and you want to manifest something positive, then you must have a positive attitude. You must have a positive outlook in order to manifest that. So don't take a new step and say, well, this is never going to work, or I'm not used to doing this, I don't like change. Well, that's what you're going to create. You're going to create a very uncomfortable situation. So be positive, try new things, and be open. And if it doesn't quite come together the first time, try again, or try a slightly different approach. There's many different ways to be flexible and intuitive and go back to the drawing board about what it is you're trying to do. So don't get so bogged down, stuck in fixed mindsets or somebody else's mindset that you've inherited, that you simply are unable to move forward at a really crucial time. So be open to try new things, be methodical, be practical by all means, use your wisdom and your innate knowledge, but try new things because some action is required from you at this time. And it's going to be something that you're going to need to take a bold step in, because it's saying you are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. So imagine yourself victorious. Imagine yourself strong, physically, mentally, emotionally. If you have to build up your physical strength, then do that through some sort of gym or exercise routine. But this is about imagining yourself as victorious, as strong, as being in control. Imagine that, and that is what will come about. But know that you are far stronger than you give yourself credit for. And being a Scorpio, you've got well springs of strength, and that is something that you can call on at any time. And as I said, don't be afraid to take these new steps. Be positive, think positive, articulate positive things, and speak positively to yourself as well at this time, because that is what is going to guide your motion forward. But you are stronger than you think you are, and with that vision of success, with that vision of being victorious, then you will, that is what you will manifest for yourself. Be strong. Ask for help if you need help. If you need help to go over something again, to clarify something, and know that the universe has got your back. Okay, let's do a destiny card for you, just to round off. Initiative. Okay, so that's what I said. There's some sort of action that is required from you, which is what's coming in with the Earth element card. I think it's coming to do with your 10th house, but communication is involved. There's some sort of old chapter ending and a new chapter beginning, some sort of ending and beginning, but it's initiative. You need to take the initiative in some way. So think about this again, because whatever initiative you were going to take needs revision. That is what the Mercury retrograde card is saying, and that was falling in your 8th house. So some sort of initiative is required, but you're going to go through a process of delay, or something is put off while you go over this again, but some reinvention or revision or review is required. But when you need to take the initiative, then you will know when your communications are back online, when you feel that you're flowing forward again, when your electronics are not zapping out, and you're being well received and well understood, because this is where your communication is going to come in. Then you're going to be on fire. Then you're going to be able to initiate this change and really move forward, in leaps and bounds. But there's some kind of revision required. But there is initiative. You do need to take initiative when the time is right. As I said, don't rush. Take your time. That is what Uno is saying. There's no need to hurry or force things to happen. Plan. Get your ducks in a row. Do your revision. Do your communications. Do everything you need to do. And then when it is time to take this initiative, then you'll be able to do it with confidence and with strength. Okay, Scorpio. Hope you enjoyed that. Please take care, and I will see you next time.